y'all? It's your boy. Little funny moment, and then I'm gonna get into it. You know, I was the other day, Guilty made a video about his apology video. I ain't gonna go too far into it, but just the funny part was when speaking about, you know, me, every time I come in, I always go, it's your boy. He caught a funny moment where it looked like I didn't know my own name, which it was hilarious. So it's all good out there, man. We just laughing it up. But on to the story, man. Friday, they had the tornadoes. I didn't really know anything of them. Actually, they didn't even happen yet. Not one of them. It was broad daylight, still like 1 in the afternoon, Friday. So I had one of my trucks up in Russellville, Arkansas. And I was looking for a load. I was like, damn, it's kind of weak right now. Last week was a little weak, and it's even weaker today. I don't know. So, you know, my usual folks, they ain't got the loads. I go back, look around, and I see this load. It was from XPO. And I've been doing some business with them recently. Doing pretty good with them. So I started to reach out to XPO. I was like, It says hot deal. It said $2,100 for 400 and something miles. So I was ready to go into top rope mode, and I was gonna go in there and tell them $2,500, $2,600, something like that. Whatever the number I had, it was $2,500. But then I looked, I said, oh, nah, it delivers Monday. I said, I ain't sitting on the Indiana on an overnighter till Monday. I said, that load gonna sit there for a minute. That's an area that I really don't want to send a truck in, because when it gets empty, I'm probably gonna have to send them over, probably back towards Memphis anyway or something, because it's like, it's an odd area. It's northwest of Nashville. It's northeast of Memphis. So, kind of caught right there in a little spot. You might get a decent load, you might get a bullshit load, you might have to come back over to Arkansas to get a load. I said, hey, wait a minute, let me see something. So Friday was the 1 year of our authority. 1 year. I was like, damn. And the phone rings. So, there's a company out of Illinois, and a dude reached out to me, and he was like, yeah, man, just calling to see what's going on with your Russellville, Arkansas truck, you know, see if you still got it, still available. Yeah, I still got it, it's available. I was looking at a load, I might jump on real quick, but what you got? He said, I know that you just hit your year, just switch your insurance over. It's a good thing you did that, because we don't do business with Canal. I said, oh, great. I said, I had my own reasons for leaving. Policies was one of them. Yeah, I got a load right there in Russellville. Picks up, and it goes to Marshall, Missouri. Okay. We talking, we conversating for a second. I'm trying to figure out something. I shoot him my rate. He wanted to be cheaper by a few $100s. I said, nah, man, only because the true route, really, you have to go backwards and then go up US 49 and then cut back over to go to that place. So that's why I need that rate, and that's for my truck. My truck is there, he's empty, he's ready to go. You know. Say, get back to me. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, if he does, he does. If he don't, he don't. Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out a load for myself because I'm somewhere else. And I'm still debating on this load that picks up in Little Rock and it's going to this destination out in by Evansville, Indiana. Town called Boonville or something like that. And I'm like, still gonna do that. It's a hot dog. It's a hot load. They call it a hot deal, but I want to make it even better. And I still delayed myself. I'm gonna give that man a chance to call me back. He called me back. He said, we're gonna do it for the rate you want, man. Get you on board with us. Just get you to sign the carrier packet. Take a few minutes to do. And we should be good from there. Of course, I'm like, great. I can get this load, drop it off tomorrow, and then I have him pick up probably 100 miles west out of Olathe and go wherever I want him to go, or where, you know, Denver, or then I change up on that because the holiday is coming and I don't really want to end the year off because he's getting off this week at the end of the week to the end of the year, the beginning of the next year. So I didn't want to send him to Denver, then Dad had him to go get a load. Now we got to be as profitable as we can for this final week. So, send you to Olathe, I'm going to send you to Texas, get a couple of things done down in Texas, you know, and in between load, because 2 stops. So, he'll get some things done, get the first stop off, then go get the second stop off, and then pretty much run the rest of the week out, and then he goes home. So, that's the plan. Instead of trying to run him to Colorado, Dad him 300-400 miles for a load, waste about basically 2 days for nothing. Or try to send him to Arizona and do the same thing I'm trying to do when I could do it in Texas. And then I ain't gonna have a hard time getting him home from Arizona, but he won't get home on the 17th. So these are the things you gotta think about when, you know, running your company with your drivers, right? I get the load, and he goes, picks it up. He's still, right now, he's over there at Olathe waiting. So he should be loaded here, I said, within the next 2 hours or so, hopefully 3 hours. His time is, it's supposed to be 3 o'clock. But he's got plenty of time to run it. So I was talking to one of my partners, my wife actually yesterday was talking to me, and she was like, yeah, this tornado, it ripped for like 200 miles somewhere, you know, in Kentucky and Arkansas and stuff like that. You know, everybody knows I be out there running around. So I told my partner Bo last night, we talking about, you know, he got a little brokerage and stuff. He got some things going for himself. He used to be a Landstar BCO. And he's making power moves now. So I got off the phone with him because I thought I was going to send him something, and he's going to send me something. And which I got to get back to him now because I kind of went brain dead on him because I was half asleep by the time I got ready to stop. And the phone faded on him. He sent me something last night, and I didn't look at it until like later on, like just not too long ago. I know I'm kind of dragging it out, but he said, "Yo, Leak, you filled out for FEMA and all that other stuff last year, didn't you? Right when you got your authority?" I said, "Oh yeah, but I was kind of too late because it was the day of when I got the information, and I'm late probably again. So, but I'll look into it." He said, "You missing the bag, boy. You need to get it popping." We were talking last night, and he said, "Yo, listen to this right here. Listen to the whole joint." So he sent it to my phone. I listened to it, and it tells me about this tornado that happened Friday. 36 tornadoes. I guess one of them was ripping for 200 and something miles through 4 states. And I remember that night, Friday night, one of my boys, Landstar, he was sitting in Haiti, Missouri, Pork Stateville, right there about the 155 when you cross over to Tennessee at the double nickel. He's like, "Yeah, man, the storms look crazy coming out of here." I guess he was gonna shut down for the night. I said, "Get a pork steak, man, tomorrow morning." I gotta check on him when I get off of here, because I ain't heard nothing since. But 36 tornadoes ripped through these areas, and one was for 200 something miles. And I looked down at the map, I said, "God damn, I almost sent my own truck with my driver into that shit, man." I just thought about it for a minute, kind of like hit, man, because it's like, damn, like, I could have got this dude killed, man. You not knowing when a tornado is going to touch down and shit, but just thinking about the area, not because of the tornado, just because of other stuff, you know. I don't really like running over there. I don't like really running in Kentucky too much. And the game changer came when that broker reached out to me and gave us a chance to haul their load, because we just hit 1 year. And it's just crazy, man. I pressed the damn link, and it played. I listened to it for like the first 10 minutes or whatever, and they started saying where the tornadoes were, how many of them it was, you know. I was like, damn, I almost sent my own driver right into it, literally. And the only reason why I didn't have, because I kept the land, and somebody gave me a phone call, gave us a chance to haul a load. That's got to be one of the craziest moments so far, under my own authority, having control over my own truck. You know, somebody working for me and whatever. That could have been a bad situation. Had to report to somebody's family that something happened and stuff like that. I got a report the other day, you know, before I go there. But just having to do that kind of report about you know, you losing the driver and telling somebody's family that something happened, you know, you never know, man, when it can happen. So I'm glad that that didn't happen. I'm glad that we hauled a different load and we got a better chance to make more revenue than what we were going to make, and everybody's, you know, safe. Just days prior, now those that watch football and know who Demaryius Thomas is, you know, he passed away. And I was watching Shannon Sharpe, and Shannon Sharpe was talking, because, you know, Shannon Sharpe used to be a Bronco, D And I guess he got in a car wreck a couple of years ago or whatever, and ever since then, he's been having these seizures. So, it hasn't been good. Somebody reached out to Shannon Sharpe and told Shannon Sharpe a month or so ago, just check in with your boy, make sure he's alright and stuff like that. And Shannon Sharpe, I guess, was so busy, he really didn't get to, but he always kept in contact with him. But he just didn't during that time. And then all of a sudden, they find out that Mary Thomas is, passed away. Most likely he had caught a seizure while taking a shower. You gotta check up on people and shit, Just right before that, there was a driver of mine, well, former driver of mine. Some of y'all, I don't think y'all actually seen him, but y'all know of me talking about him. He drove for me when he was like, he started driving for me when he was 48 years old. He met me out here in Colorado, matter of fact. And he came from Melton. He pulled step decks for me over 2 years at Landstar. I helped him out and stuff, and we kind of ended the relationship on a little sour note. I mean, I didn't really argue with him, but some things came up or whatever that I didn't agree with, and I didn't like how it played out, and we parted ways. But I still felt like, the dude drove here a couple of years and change or whatever. I do have that kind of respect for him because he, helped me out and shit like that. And I've been debating on, just hollering at him and say what's up, hit him with a Facebook Messenger, but I'd rather just call him or whatever. And I didn't do it because I was just like, I don't know how this dude was gonna respond with it, Like I said, we wasn't about to exchange blows, and there was a big disagreement on something, and something I didn't like. It was right in the middle of me making a big move, which was what I'm doing now, and I didn't like it. But I got a message the other day saying that that he had passed away, and I was just like, damn, dog. I was just like, and I was thinking about like hollering at this dude, man. And the lady said, it was just some random lady that inboxed me, but I heard of her name before. He always brought her up. And she told me about him and said that he always spoke highly of me and my wife or whatever, and whatever we was doing, had nothing but good things to say, even though, we had already like parted ways or whatever. So I was just standing there looking like, damn, man, I just wanted to reach out to him one time, and I never did it. But she said he learned a lot from me, and he eventually went and got his own truck. And he went to the oil field. He'd been trying to go to the oil field for a long time. I know he was watching like Chasing Andrew Jackson and them. And there was times when he was about to go, and I explained to him why he shouldn't go at certain times, and he hung around. It wasn't I was trying to keep him under me, but I explained to him, and a couple of his friends went out there, and the same things I explained to him happened to them, and they left. But and I told him, I said, you see, that's why you don't make that move. And I tell you not to make the move, but at this time, do not do it. He learned a lot of stuff about, the trucks and the warranties, what kind of truck to get, maintenance and stuff like that. So between Melton and me, it was 4 years of driving, 4 years and some change, maybe 5 years combined. And he always did his job, man. David, that's his name. I always brought him up. He always does his job, whatever. But so rest in peace to David. But yeah, I felt some kind of way the other day when I got that news on my Facebook about him, Said he passed away at a hotel in Texas. He was sick the other day and last weekend, and then he felt better. And after that, he passed away. So I don't know what the deal was, what happened. I don't know if it was COVID or what it is. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, put shit to the side or whatever, check on people's, you know, and just see if they alright, you know. But just a weird ass, you know, we got, you know, basically could have sent somebody somewhere they could have got killed. Then I got somebody that actually, you know, passed away and I didn't get to speak to him. You know, just to say what's up, man, you know, whatever. But sometimes you just don't, you know, once it ends a certain way, and, you know, I got a situation now, it's just like, you know, somebody just, I probably can't speak to him. But you do want to speak to him, but you probably can't. It's never probably going to happen. But when things happen, they just happen, and you just move on. But check on your peoples or whatever, you know. I can't say that he was actually my peoples, but still though, I just felt the need that I just wanted to say what's up to him or whatever, you know. Because that dude actually really, out of almost everybody, other than right now, he put in some work. He did his shit, man, when he drove for me, man. And we just ended on a bad note. I don't want to say bad note, but it just shouldn't have ended the way it ended. So, but that's my little story for the day. Been creeping on over here. I'm gonna get me some fuel, probably in Lyman or Denver. We're gonna go over the mountain. Like I said, we're gonna play the West Coast until the end of the year. I got a few things I'm trying to do. So we'll see how the chips fall. I've seen a lot of drivers talking about Central going out of business. Central's owned by Swift, man. They've been had their hands on them damn near since I was started driving as a company driver 21 years ago. Some way, shape, or form. Now, when did they officially buy them out? I have, or whatever they did with them, I don't know. But that company, Swift and Knight, especially Swift, been doing this for years. Every several years, they'll buy 2, 3 truck companies. You know, when I started, they bought Merit for $1 billion. They bought MS Carriers, or it was sold to them, half by the wife, 51% of, I should say, and then Starnes gave them the rest. Dick Simon was turned into Central Open, and all this happened at the same time. You know, they always do this crap, like around the, you know, big major purchases. It's crazy. They say they had some financial issues over at Central. I find it kind of funny that it happened like that. Now, if you was a Central driver, this is what I would do. And this is what's probably going to happen with some of them anyway. Go to AAA Cooper, and what's the other one? Midnight Express, if you're out of those regions. I think Swift, what they're just going to do, or Central, if you want to call it that, AAA Cooper and that division, the LTL division, just going to take over everything. They're going to take the customers and all that. What they're going to do with the trucks and the trailers, and they probably going to keep them. It just looks good. To me, it just looks like bad news on the internet and on the, you know, paper. But Swift and them know what they're doing. They the masters of the game, man. They the masters of the game. Watching companies like them, that's how I figured out how to do the whole little separating the company thing, and this company does this company does that, while you run the IRP in this state and that state. The companies like that, that's where I learned a lot of that stuff from, just by watching them. Not saying I got a mega fleet or anything like that, but watching them do certain things year in and year out, tells you how the game is played. And I wouldn't be shocked in the next couple of months, something comes out where they go, Swift Transportation is just going to take over 15% of Central or whatever, even though they're close. Something weird is going to happen. It happened with Dick Simon and Central. They moved it back and forth. This is how they do. They're the major players of the game. So anyway, with that, you guys that drive for that company, I'll be going to Cooper or midnight. Call ST's up. Call one of them companies up. You know, I know it sucks because it's the end of the year. So, but you'll see what happens. They own AAA Cooper. So, and they own, just a few days ago, they just bought Midnight. Was it Midnight Express? And then this happens? Pay attention, people. Another thing, drivers out here, I'm gonna try to keep this, I probably can. Drivers out here, you buy your own truck. You know, there's a lot of people that just it's a title. I'm an owner operator, or whatever you want to call yourself. I got my own truck. And, you know, most of it, again, like I always say, you just do it for the power. There's no knowledge or nothing. It's just, you're just winging it out there, hoping for the best. You think you can just go home, whatever you want, and then I'll come out when I want to, and things like that. You know, but still act like a company driver. There's a lot of these kind of guys out here. But what gets me all the time is these drivers that ask these two questions. You ask Landstar, you ask Mercer, Great Wide, Dallas Mavis, Ace Doran, Mag, F2F, and Travel Loco, and whoever else out there that's like that. That's pretty much 100% owner operators. Bennett. You guys ask some of these goofy questions, such as, these are the two goofiest questions that an owner operator or whatever independent contractor could ask any of these type of companies. Can you make good money there? Is the money good there? I don't know what good money is to you. We always say this. What is good money to you? You might run 3,000, 3,500 miles a week. And good money to you is $1,500 after everything. And then you'll stand there and say, well, it's still $1,500. It's still $1,500. I got drivers that can make $1,500 after taxes. Don't believe me? They can tell you. So, but that's not what I'm getting at, though. Is it good money there? Can you make money? Everybody comes in, then with the same opportunity. With the exception of maybe different things on your license, whether you got a tanker endorsement, whether you are a flatbed, step bed guy, and you can pull certain types of loads. You understand? You got certain clearances, you know, government clearances, and if you're a team, things like that. But for the average guy, can't make good money. Like, I don't know what good money is to you. I remember I used to live in North Carolina, man. And I paid $600, I think it was, a month. And I paid $200 for a car, and the rest was like electricity and stuff like that. I still work the same way I work today. And I had a truck that's been paid off for years. And paid it off, and there was something that happened the other week in the live. SoCal was in there, and he made a reference of appreciation and what you do and this and that. We thought he was just talking about just regular write-offs, and then he came back and said, no. He said something about, you know, you can just take your truck and lease it to yourself or your company, whatever, and you can write it off as lease payments, whatever. That's something I've been doing for a long time. So, but, and those are the things, you know, that I learned over the years. But what I'm saying is, when I lived in North Carolina, some of the things I did then, I do now. Some of the things that weren't good, I got rid of them. Right? I still run to make the most money I can every week. In my mind, I think I'm trying to make $1 million every week. We know that's not going to happen as a solo owner operator. Or with 2 trucks, or with 3, 4 trucks. It's not going to happen $1 million a week. But I try to go for it all every week. So there's no such thing to me as can you make good money over it. There's no such thing. I just go for it and that's it. And I adapt and I adjust to whatever market it is out there. I tweak this, I tweak that, I do things like what I just said about, you know, the depreciation thing, you know, try to figure out how to get different breaks and stuff like that. So yeah, just buying a truck, man, there's a lot to it, man. The other thing that people do, they come out and say, what's the home time like, Landstar? What's the home time like, Mercer? What? Where y'all get this from? If you're that concerned about home time like that, then you don't need the truck. I'm not saying that you gotta come out here and run like I run and other people run. You are an independent contractor, owner, operator, whatever. You should be able to go home and stay 2 weeks. Whatever you're gonna do, and come on back. You would know how much money you have made and what your overhead costs are, what you can get away with. Landstar shouldn't have to be the ones call you up. Oh, you gotta come back to work. Oh, you wanna go home? This ain't Prime. This ain't yes, I said Prime because over there I've been through some shit over there. They didn't pull some fuckery when I can go home and shit like that. Leasing a truck. This ain't like US Express. This ain't one of those companies where they dictate where you go pretty much. And if you say no, then you go to the bottom of the totem pole and they'll come back to you later. You know, you don't get to see everything, 70% of what, and shit like that. Can I make good money? And what's those two right there, man? I don't understand those. I really don't. Them 2 questions. When you're working for companies, or I should say contracted to companies like that, or me, or contracted to Cooley, or whoever else has got the authority that will bring on somebody. I don't understand that. I really don't. Another thing, helping people out, man. Whether it's buying trucks, whether it's, you know, just general questions. Like I got this dude, right? He came up. He said, I have a problem with fuel management. Can y'all help me? And some people were laughing at homeboy. But homeboy might be wanting to get ready to buy a truck or whatever. I don't know his situation. Back then when I came out to drive trucks, man, I want to drive trucks. I want to drive the buses. I wanted to drive for Greyhound. I wanted to drive for what Coach USA now. Red and Tan, Adirondack Trailways. That's stuff I wanted to do. But I got into trucking. And they started telling me stuff when I got in the game, you know, about fuel and stuff like that. How much fuel weigh, how far you can go on 50 gallons. You know, what you should be doing, the different terrains and maintenance and stuff like that. I learned something from each carrier pretty much I've been at along the way. So the man asked the question, we're going to give him that answer. There are some goofy ass questions out there, you know, and I think y'all know what they are and we're not going to go over those. Or goofy statements that are made. But when somebody really does ask for the help, you got to give them the help. I'm not going to charge you for the help. None of that. I know people take advantage of people. We've seen it. We see it across the board nowadays. You ask me about, you know, where can you get a truck from or something like that? I'll look around. You know, and we see right now the trucks are so crazy. I don't even want none of these motherfuckers. You know? So, but I've only found one deal that was worth a fuck. And it's in a Freightliner. And I just talked about it. I still don't want to deal with that. But, you know, people are asking me about a truck. People are asking me about a bank. I'll tell you about a bank. I got plenty of people I done sent to a bank. Your credit right? All right, here. What's your credit like? For real now. Don't tell me no bullshit. You know, because shit shot. You tell me, yeah, I just bought a car. Well, did you buy the car from Backyard Boogie car sales? Or where the fuck did you get this car from? You see what I'm saying? Did you buy this shit from CarMax? Or did you buy this shit on a Capital One loan? I mean, what you looking like for real, for real? Then I can probably do something or just get you something. Get you somewhere. But the harder you make it for yourself, I mean, the more I can't help. And I'm watching this dude. He was asking us about the trucks, and you know, people laughing at my man. Another guy asked about trucks the other day. He doesn't understand why the trucks are what they are. He wants to buy a truck. And I explained to him why. There's a few reasons why it is what it is. I explained to him why they've been going up $25,000, $30,000 every 3-4 months. Or every 3 months this year. Trucks in 2018s. 19s for $188,000, 200-something thousand miles. Come on, bro. Come on, man. What is we doing out here? But when there's no trucks available, fleets are still holding on to their trucks or whatever. People got PPP money, SBA money, and these same people, some of them, they wouldn't. If they would have saw a truck prior to all this, and it was $70,000, $60,000, they wouldn't have bought the bitch. They buy with confidence now. The person that couldn't buy shit can buy with confidence now. That's why the trucks are what they are now. And other reasons. But you get ready for the shit show. The shit show coming. The shit show, the trucks are coming. Not for just the drivers. Not because the wreck are gonna come get your ass. Some of y'all. Because some of y'all don't know how to run a company anyway. You know, we got people out here with trucks. They paying people to run their shit. And I ain't talking about this whole Charmaine Jeffers thing that Mr. Stingley and Price is talking about. Before they came out talking about this stuff with her, I'm talking about period. Y'all paying people to run your show, but then when shit get bad, they can't tell you what to do. You paying people to dispatch your truck, and you wondering when you're gonna get paid. You put the shit in their hands, man. This is what we talking about. Now you starting to see this stuff pop up more and more and more. We warned you. We told you that some of y'all should not be doing this. Don't let these people do this. You did the research to go find the motherfuckers. You could do the research to go figure out how to run your operation without paying a motherfucker. Plenty of YouTube channels out there. Plenty of live feeds out there. Plenty of posts, Facebook posts, community posts, shit. I've been doing them kind of posts forever. Facebook, YouTube, until they started community. But Facebook, people know for sure I've been doing that shit forever. You're letting people run your operation. You need to learn how to run it yourself. Half of those people running your operation cannot tell you what to do during the winter months. What to be in the winter months. All you doing is paying them. Some people say, I seen somebody say, this is a partner of mine. I couldn't believe he said this shit. But, you know, he's a younger guy, so he said, they got the plugs and they know where all this stuff is. You can too if you go figure it out just like they did. You don't need them. You're never gonna know if you use them. You're never gonna know. You might know a little bit. It's like people always say, you helping Landstar to blow. They already flew, but you know, you're not doing it yourself. This is worse. Because a lot of people leaving their ass out to dry because they ain't getting their money and stuff. Where's my money at? What happened to it, man? Shouldn't be going on and on with this one, but since these things was popping up in my head or whatever as I'm, you know, talking. People being taken advantage of, man. And you know, somebody told me yesterday, he said, you know, and sometimes I just say, you know what, fuck it, let it be. Time will tell. Or whatever. And a lot of things that I spoke on have actually happened, and it is actually true. And then finally people figure it out later, you know, because they don't want to believe it. And either that's until you like fucking like really put it out there, or something actually happens to people, and then it's like, well, I told you. You gotta let it happen to them. That's pretty much what you gotta do. Let shit happen. But a man told me yesterday, he said, it's like, what did he say? It's like good versus evil, versus the evil. So, people like the evil shit, and then when it gets bad for them, it's too late. Something like that. The good shit, nobody really they don't give a fuck about. Like, you got people with good intentions, but they just go by it wrong. You got people with bad intentions, they try to make it sound like, look like they had good intentions, but no, they really was on some bullshit the whole time. You see these people all the time, and they might go around saying, you live and you learn. It was an honest mistake. No, the fuck it wasn't. No, it wasn't. You knew what you was doing before you did it. Those kind of people. Just like you don't watch some of these people now, they gonna get caught up in the bullshit, and I'm gonna get out of here, man. They gonna get caught up in all this mastery bullshit and all this shit that they showing y'all now. And then when shit hits the fan on them, you know, and when the government come at them, or the judicial system come after them, and then people go back, oh man, why you going after them like that, man? They was just trying to make an honest living. No, the fuck they wasn't. No, they weren't. They was on some fuck shit the whole time, man. You was just too stupid to see through the dumb shit. Man, they shouldn't have did them like that. Whatever, man. You see it all the time. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I'm not on Instagram, but you know, whatever social media networks are out there. Like I said, somebody asked me a while back to check somebody out, just to kind of get them on my channel. I had to look at them real quick, and I was just like, didn't look at them for too long. But just can't let everybody in, because then it makes it look like as if once you start like, how should I say, supporting something, then it looks like you are in connection or cahoots with that shit, and then they're gonna think you're part of the shit. So I did a little tire kicking and I just left it alone. And then all of a sudden things started coming out. So gotta watch out who you be fucking with, really, when it comes down to this shit, this business shit, whatever. So, but anyway, hope y'all got something out in the video. Put a bunch of things in here. You know, I mean, I just do natural videos and don't be like rehearsing anything. I know some people, they just rehearse some shit and they say they gonna talk about this and they gonna talk and they stick to that. But I'll tell you all kinds of shit. So with that said, we is gonna get out of here. We're gonna hit Denver. I am not gonna stop in Lyman, and I'll sit around Denver for a little bit and then get on over that hill there and be ready to go to mall. Try to end this. I'll be done here in the next 10 days or so, or whatever, 10, 11 days, somewhere around there. But it definitely be no later than the 22nd. So, with that said, it's your boy. We'll holler at you. Peace.